partnering model, as explained by Mark Prensky in his book, Teaching Digital Natives, Partnering for Real Learning, is a student-centric version of teaching and learning as opposed to a traditional rote knowledge model. In partnering, the students and the teachers essentially swap roles. The student becomes the researcher, technology user, thinker and sense maker, and ultimately teaches himself or herself the information. The teacher's only role is to help guide and facilitate the students through effective questioning. Of course, the teacher can initially set up the problem for the students, but how the student solves the problem and creates a solution is based on how the student learns best. In order for partnering to be effective, there needs to be established roles of mutual respect between the teacher and the student. The teachers must trust the students, and the students in turn must trust the teacher. Learning is now based on passions rather than positions. Students learn from their heart and their experiences in place of information force-fed to them through the traditional model. Students should not be categorized based on smart or lazy, but rather on their passions or even their learning styles. The teacher must take the time to get to know their students. This builds trust, understanding, and develops the student's level of independence. Being aware of and understanding the passions of others are not only important for human relationships, it is also necessary for student-teacher relationships. If teachers have an egocentric or teacher-centric view to learning, this devalues the student and their contributions to the class, therefore making the partnering model non-existent. By understanding and utilizing your students' interest, they are on an equal playing field with their classmates and are able to use their attributes to contribute to activities and, furthermore, solve problems.
I like the partnering model because when teachers are up there teaching like monotone, it's really hard to keep concentrated and all that.
I like it because you can't learn just from sitting there listening to a teacher. You have to talk to somebody to learn something.
So you're with a partner and you get to brainstorm together instead of listening to the teacher up there speaking monotone and falling asleep, and it's easier.
When the teacher tells you, it's like she keeps talking and then switches something else and then switches something back, and then it's boring and gets confusing. But then when you work as a partner, they can teach you and confident you to what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
So they give you confidence and you have a sense of independence, like you can do something by yourself. It's not like somebody's just giving you information. You're figuring it out on your own.
Oh, dude, you stink.
Sorry, I can't help it. I just came from PE. I don't got no deodorant.
Have you ever been in this situation? If the answer to that is yes, use freeze zone. Freeze zone. Get the chill.
The associated strengths outweigh the potential limitations. For some teachers, it will be difficult to see past their proven method for teaching, especially if it includes lectures. However, as educators, we must provide real opportunities for students to learn and to become competitive in a global society. One of the strengths of partnering is that it puts the learning directly in the hands of the students. They will choose how to use their skills to gather and assess the information. They will choose what to get out from the experience. And they will choose where to go next with their newfound knowledge. As the teacher, we are merely a facilitator. Students will have the opportunity to interact with their local peers and global peers through the partnering model. Students will be able to solve real problems and develop real solutions that can change the way that they think about the world, as well as the way adults think about the world. Partnering is powerful. With any educational model, there are limitations. The partnering model requires time. Trust cannot be created overnight, and with some schools, turnover is an issue. New students are entering the classroom week after week. This can make it difficult to know your students and for your students to know one another. Partnering also requires practice. Both the teachers and the students will need to find the right formula for the classroom. Technology may also be seen as an obstacle, although technology is not required to use the partnering model. Partnering also requires planning. Although once a teacher is familiar with partnering, the amount of planning will actually be less than that of a traditional teaching method. With the proven benefits of the partnering model, the limitations should not prevent true student learning from occurring.